What was that? What the hell was that? Where did that come from? Where did it come from? That goal from Benjamin ŠEŠKO was insane. It was absolutely insane. That came out of nowhere. Absolutely crazy goal. I'm telling you, like the physics behind that goal, it's not even physicsing. It's not physics. I promise you this. Like I've seen the Papi Cisse goal for Newcastle. I've seen that against Chelsea. Do you know what I'm saying? We saw the way the physics work, but with this one, I don't know how the physics work. How big is Benjamin Šeško's toes? How big is his toe? Because he looked like he just flicked his toe at it. And somehow it curved. It was a curler. And boom, back of the net. And I'm here screaming like, my God. I still can't believe, or I still don't understand how that goal went in. I still don't. I've seen it several times. That's the reason I know that he got his toe on it. But how he went in, I still don't know. But anyway, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what it is. It's Mask on Sport. Manchester United won, West Ham won. And I'm happy. I'll be happy. I was happy to take the draw. I'll be honest with you. I was happy to take the draw. But pretty much everything I said in my live stream before the game kicked off is what happened. Literally, word for word, everything I said. If you don't believe me, go watch the live stream back and then you'll see it. But yeah, the way the game went is exactly how I thought it was going to be. I knew that West Ham were going to come up against Man United with a low block. And I already know, and like many of you Manchester United fan out there as well, you know that Manchester United struggle against a low block. Now we finally know that, you know what, low block is our kryptonite. It is. Low block is our kryptonite. I don't know how else to put this. Do you know what I'm saying? We struggle, really, really struggle against a low block team. And just to take that out of the way, it was a poor performance in general, to be honest with you. Like to even start with, the performance was, yeah, it was below par, man. At some point, we looked leggy. We looked like we was tired. And these guys have had 4 games back to back. And I did think, yeah, that could be a possibility. But they're professionals. So I thought maybe, you know what, 1 game a week, we should be all right. But they did look leggy. They looked leggy. We started off quick and then we slow down. Like we started off with a fast pace, how we normally play and how we've been playing the last few games, and then all of a sudden we slowed it down. And every time we're slowing it down way too much. That's the reason why giving West Ham the opportunity to regroup, get back in shape, and tuck deep. Like they were compact in that game. It was hard, very difficult to be able to penetrate them. It was very, very difficult to penetrate them. And even the goal that we scored as well, like I said, it was one of those ones. It wasn't like it was a good a cross coming in. No, it wasn't a good cross coming in, but it just manages to get to Šeško, and obviously Šeško with a world-class finish. But like I said in the live stream, I did say that the problem is going to be the crossing. We don't have a out and out striker on the pitch, so it's going to be an issue. And I was expecting, because we have Cunha, we have Bruno Fernandes, we had Mbermo, we had Ahmad. I thought we had enough creativity for us to be able to penetrate West Ham, but it wasn't the case because they weren't really giving us any opportunity. They weren't giving us any chance. I mean, Jared Bowen was defending. They had 11 men behind the ball. So it's always going to be a tough decision, a tough game, sorry, for Manchester United. And the way you get out of this problem when you have a team that plays a low block is to at least flood the box. You have to flood their box. And flooding their box also mean that we have to have good crosses coming in. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have that. I can't remember how many crosses we actually even got in when Benjamin Šeško came in. I can't remember. And I think even all the time this guy plays, I keep telling you, he's 6'8", I think, or 6'6", or some along that line. It's a lanky you. He's a lanky guy. Let's put a ball in the air, let him go challenge for it. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's something that we lacked in the West Ham game. We lacked that, like, big time. There was no crossing coming in, and I know we scored from a cross, but like I said, I've already explained that situation. It wasn't like a great crossing. It was just one of those crosses that happens to find Šeško in a position where he was able to score that goal. Like, that goal should never have been a goal. We should never have scored from that. I think only Benjamin Šeško can score from that opportunity that we had. I think only him could score from it. But yeah. So how did the midfield play? The midfield performance wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible because we controlled the game. We had 69% possession. We had 69% ball possession. We had more shots on target than they did eventually over the course of the game. But yeah, like I said, I don't know, we just couldn't break them down. We could not break them down no matter what we do. And the reason I believe that happened is because we were just too slow. Against a team with low block, we have to move the ball quicker. We have to move the ball quicker. Touch pass, touch pass, touch pass. Exactly how we've been doing. But I feel like because we play against a team that is not as good as we know as the previous oppositions that we've played, we kind of waited too much on the ball. We delayed the process of that. We normally speed it up. We delayed it way too much to the point where they are able to get all their players back. I mean, we limited them essentially. We did limited them, but at the same time, we fell asleep. That's the reason why we conceded. Luke Shaw should never have let that ball bounce. That ball should never ever have bounced. Not twice anyway. And again, you have to be stronger. His physicality wasn't good enough. And it was against Jared Bowen. If you watch earlier, before that goal went in, there was a situation where he tackled Jared Bowen and Jared Bowen was on the floor. And Luke Shaw stayed there with him, trying to figure out, are you okay? Bro, it's not a foul. You're not playing for England right now. And that really, really rubbed me the wrong way. And then to now go on and not be as physical as you could have been, as I know that you would have been if it was somebody else, led to that goal. And I hope he gets a telling off about that, to be fair. I hope he gets a telling off because he understands that he messed up big time. And you can see when the camera panned to his face as well, that he knew that goal was due to his mistake, to his inability to be as physical as he should have been. For him being friendly on the pitch. We're not paying you to be friends with your opposition. That's not what we're Man United paying you to do. So I'm gonna blame that goal on Luke Shaw today. I'm going to blame you on him. I'm not gonna blame anybody else. Euro came on, did his thing. Bruno, Ahmad, Casemiro, Kobe Mainoo, they play well. Everyone played well. I just think they just feel leggy. They're just a bit tired, and I feel like our next game, I think we're getting up against Everton. I feel like Benjamin ŠEŠKO will start because we need a striker. It's a different kettle of worm for can of worm, sorry, can of worm for defenders when you have to take on an out and out striker. Like it's a different work rate for them. It's different because the movement, they're gonna have to keep up with the movement. They're gonna have to keep their eyes on him dropping in, spinning behind, all of these things. And I know Carrie liked the fact that Mbermo currently likes, he can spin behind his movement as well. I like all of that, and I like the rotation that's going on, but it gets limited when Benjamin Šeško play. So as much as we can get a lot of positivity from Benjamin Šeško, there's also a negative part to it as well, a negative connotation to it, especially when it comes to the tactics that we're currently using. If you watch the game, our top four players all rotate. Cunha sometimes plays number 10, sending Bruno to the left. Or Cunha will be up top, bringing a Birmingham. Like there's just so many switches going around. Even our left back and centre back as well. I mean, our left back, centre back, and midfielders. I've seen Casemiro drop into the defence, and then I drop into the defence, and I've seen Luke Shaw go to the centre mid to receive the ball. Like the way we play is absolutely beautiful. Don't get me wrong, because there's always rotation. You don't know, not every single player stay in their position. They rotate, they move around, which makes it very, very difficult for the opposition to pick up, to know who to pick up. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you have an out-and-out striker who you can't put on the wings, you can't drop down to number 10, or you can't put on the right or left, it becomes very difficult. So I kind of understand the reason why he's not starting Benjamin Šeško yet. But anyway, I'm just happy we got a point. It should have been 3. Every time oppositions drop points, we haven't been able to capitalize on it this season. I would have loved to open that space up between us and Chelsea in fourth, and also to obviously catch up to yeah, catch up to Aston Villa and the other two that are top of us as well. But I'm not mad. I'm not mad. We our winning streak is gone, but still undefeated in five, 4-5. 4 out of 5 is not bad. So I'm looking forward to our next game. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. That's it from me, guys, and I will see you in the next one.